This is the easiest XP farm in all of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It'll literally take you 10 minutes to set up and can easily give you over 60 levels in just a few minutes of using it. It's beginner friendly, cheap to make, and doesn't require a lot of effort to use, which is my favorite part about it. I've also gone ahead and made sure there's no tridents or allays in this farm, because not only are those expensive, but they're also really hard to obtain. Now, this farm can either be built in the ground or it can be built above ground. Both of these designs are going to be the exact same, and obviously they're going to give the exact same rates. Although in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the one in the ground just because I think it looks a lot nicer than having this whole thing stuck above. Now, something else, you are going to need armadillos, which can be found in savanna biomes. So you're either going to want to build this farm near a savanna or just make sure you have a couple of armadillos nearby. As well, the number of armadillos you have inside of this composter is going to change how many levels you get. So with one armadillo in there, you're going to get upwards of 40 levels in about 3 minutes or one potion. With 2 armadillos inside, you're going to get about 46 levels, so a little bit better. With 5 armadillos inside, you're going to get a lot more at over 62 levels. And then anything more than 5 armadillos, if killed manually, will honestly just lag out your game and it'll actually slow you down. So for this farm, I recommend you guys use 5 armadillos. Now, you might think it's complicated to get 5 armadillos, but it's actually quite simple. If you can just get 2 over to your farm, all you need to do is take some spider eyes and you can use them to breed the armadillos and make however many you want. Now, one final thing I'm going to say is at the end of the video, I'm not only going to show you guys how to craft the Infestation potion, but I'm also going to show you how to take this manual farm and turn it fully automatic. Now, the fully automatic one is harder to make and more expensive, but it's also automatic, obviously, and it can produce much higher rates. Now, with all of that out of the way, here's everything that you're going to need to build this farm, and if you want to download this world, you can find a link down in the description. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is find any area and dig down 1, 2, 3 blocks, placing a piece of sand at the bottom, and then we need to place a cactus on top of here, but we can't because these blocks are in the way. So go ahead and destroy all of those blocks, and we can now place down our cactus and then the composter on top of that. Now it's very simple. All you want to do is place 3 blocks to the sides like that, followed by 2 more blocks right there, and then a fence on top of that block right there. And then go ahead and take a bucket of water and place it there. And there you go. Your farm is pretty much done. However, we're actually going to remove that bucket of water for now because we do need to get some armadillos inside of this composter. The only problem with this, however, is right now the armadillos are going to die to this cactus below. So to prevent that from happening, what we need to do is trap an undead mob nearby, that's a zombie or a skeleton for the easiest ones, to make sure that the armadillo is going to curl up into its shell and not take any damage. So to do this, what you want to do is go anywhere near the farm. I'm just going to go right beside. You want to dig down another 1, 2, 3 blocks. And now all we're going to do is trap a zombie or a skeleton inside of this hole. Now, to make sure the zombie's not going to despawn, what you want to do is place down an anvil, and you just want to rename your name tag here. And you're going to want to place that name tag onto the zombie once we get him inside of there, just to make sure he doesn't despawn. So go ahead and find yourself a beautiful little zombie. It might be easier if you place a trapdoor in the hole temporarily, just so the zombie wants to walk into the hole on his own. Although sometimes you might have to punch him in. There you go. Perfect. Get your zombie inside the hole. Make sure to break the trap door. Place your name tag onto the zombie so he doesn't despawn, and then place a solid block on top to make sure he's not going to die once it turns night or daytime again. Sorry. So now that you have your zombie inside of there, you should now see all of your armadillos are curled up into their shells. And the next thing we need to do, well, they popped out, but they go back in. The next thing we need to do is get all of them inside of this composter. Now, start off by removing your fence temporarily, and then take some rails and lead them into that composter like this, and then bring that down into your little cage. Get one of them inside of there, and it's pretty simple now. You just want to push him over top of that composter, break the minecart, and he'll fall right in. And then you want to repeat this process for all of the armadillos that you have. If you mess up and he sits on the side, that's okay. Just get him back into the composter, re-break it, and he should fall inside. And moving on to my final guy. Break the minecart, and there you go. Now all of the armadillos are inside of there, and don't worry, you can leave them here forever and they're not going to die. However, if the sound of them dying bothers you, you can just go underneath and break the cactus while you're not using it. And one more thing, these armadillos aren't going to despawn either because earlier we bred them with the spider eyes. If you didn't breed them, they might despawn, so make sure you just give them a spider eye before you get them inside of here. But now once you're done with that step, go ahead and replace your fence, replace your bucket of water, and now we need to place blocks over top of this. Now you can use solid blocks if you want, although it's a little bulky. What I like to do is place slabs right over top, and that works. If you want, you can also use something like trap doors placed over top. That's also going to work. Or you can also place something like glass. Really, any block on top of here is going to be fine. But for my case, I'm going to use slabs just because it is the smallest and the most compact. But there you go. Very simple. Now all you need to do is take your potion of infestation, which I'll show you how to craft in a second. Chuck it down inside of there, and a bunch of silverfish are now going to come flooding out. All you need to do is slap them with your sword, and all of the XP is going to come flooding out of this farm. And like I mentioned, with one potion, you can very easily get upwards of 60 levels, even with just 5 armadillos. It is a very, very good farm. Also be careful, if you walk too close, you are going to get hit by the silverfish. I'm now going to show you guys how to make the potion of infestation, so obviously you can actually use the farm, which as you can see here is quite cheap. So the first thing you want to do is grab all of your water buckets, place them inside of your brewing stand with a piece of blaze powder, and then first thing you want to grab is a nether wart to turn it into an awkward potion. From there, you want to grab all of your bottles, take a single piece of stone, and you want to place all of that into a brewing stand, and this will turn them into potions of infestation. But the only problem with this right now is we don't want to drink it, we want to throw it at them. And to turn it into a splash potion, you want to take a piece of gunpowder, place all of it into there, and you now have your perfect splash potion of infestation. You can then obviously take all of those, run over to your farm, throw it down, and there you go, you now have infinite XP. Now, taking this farm and making it automatic is actually a lot simpler than you might think. You essentially just take a trident killer and you place it on top of here so it automatically kills them. Now, to do this, what you're going to want to do, let me turn that off, temporarily remove those top blocks and then go ahead and place down 6 pieces of solid block on top of it, followed by 3 more behind, so you have a 3x3 square. Then go ahead and take a redstone comparator, click it once so it's in subtraction mode, and then place down a couple pieces of redstone with a lever to turn it on and off. Then what you're going to want to do is take one more piece of redstone, place it down right there, and then you just want to grab a trap door and place it down on top of that fence. Now you want to place down a block with a bunch of tridents on this edge of the block closest to over here. You can do up to 5 tridents or you can do 1, but I'm going to do 3. Drop it down, and now when you turn this on, the trident should fall like this. Now if they didn't fall down like that, something else happened. Just go ahead and rotate your trap door in a different direction and it should be fine. There you go. Once you're done all of that, now when you throw down your infestation potion, the trident killer is going to work. It's going to automatically kill the silverfish, and all of the XP is going to come flooding out without you having to do anything. With that, if you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure to check out one of the videos on your screen right now. Again, you could download this world down in the description, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.